So if you're about to grow a team or you've already got one, the best thing that you can do is to get out of the way. And the reason I want you to think about this is, do you learn more by losing or by winning? And without a doubt, you learn more by losing. And one of the great challenges inside of any team is when the team leader actually protects people in the business from actually losing. So this is the best thing you could ever do, is literally book in a listing presentation and 2 or 3 minutes out from the listing preso, ring your team member and say, hey, look, I can't actually attend today. You're gonna have to do it on your own. They will learn so much in the course of that next 1 hour of that client about their complete inadequacy in relation to skill set, or ultimately that they've got all the skills that they need and now they've got the confidence to go and see more customers. What actually happens here is that you actually learn how to build confidence, or ultimately build the desire to want to get better around what it is that they do. And the challenge, if you're going to grow a great team, you've got to go to develop those skills. Now, if you're thinking about it, what would actually happen if you said, you know what, Josh, I'm going to get you to come and join my team. I need you to be good at these specific skills. You need to be able to do an open home, a great open for inspection callback. You need to be able to get a buy to bid up $10,000 extra. I need you to be able to exchange a set of contracts, and I need you to be able to take an offer from a buyer. Now, when you think about those key skills, those little micro skills, we now go and get a rating of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 12, and say, how are you going on each of those? Now, if ultimately Josh is like a 3 in each of those columns, then how do we get him into the 10, 11, 12 column? And why this is critically important to know in growing any business is that ultimately, if you want to be in my team, you've got to be in the 10, 11, and 12 column. Now, every Friday, imagine that you spend 20 minutes in growing your team members and looking at very specific micro skills. Imagine if they grew 1 micro skill a week, and over the course of the year, 40 micro skills, and over the course of 5 years, over 200 micro skills that they would have grown. Now what you're actually doing is you're building incredible people on the inside of your business that can do more often. The challenge is that what we find is that when we go to build great teams, people are normally in that position that they're all over their team members in like the first 3 to 4 or 5 weeks. And then after that, they're literally left wanting and floating out there in the marketplace with no one actually taking charge of their development. It's time to get serious about the growth of the people inside of your team, and even including the next 5 key skills that you've got to learn to become a much better leader. Now more than ever, it's about really making sure that you're clear about where people are going to contribute, what their functional roles are sitting inside of the team. The easiest way to do that is to ask 2 very simple questions. Hey, who are you and what do you do here? Now, how people explain what they do inside of a team determines how they actually go to show up. And when you ultimately work in any business, one of the simple things that I do is I get an A4 piece of paper. I literally rip it up, I give it to each team member, and I say, hey, what I want you to do is I want you to write down the team's annualized target for listings, sales, and income. I then ultimately get those 3 pieces of paper, I bring them together, and there is not a team in Australasia yet that has been able to write down the same set of numbers of what their team's actually going to be doing this year. If you don't have alignment about where we're going, then how is everyone going to help you to scale your own business Everest? Now more than ever before, it's about developing great business teams who can do more so that ultimately you can actually increase the level of capacity to deal with more customers more often.